Alright, Part 366, Designation Process Agent. 366-1, Applicability. 366-1T, Applicability. 362, Form of Designation. T, Form of Designation, Eligible person, Required state, required states. 5, Blanket Designation. 5T, Blanket Designation. 366-6, Cancellation Change. 366T, Cancellation Change. Alright, 361, applicability. The rules of this part relating to the following designation, person, upon the court, agency, purpose, of process may be served the private for hire to private motor carriers, brokers, freight, and forwarders as in moment of succession for a fiduciary as defined in Title 49 CFR 387-319A. 366-1T, applicability. The rules relating to the following with the designation of person upon the court processes may be served into the governed motor carriers and brokers as of the moment of succession for fiduciaries as defined in Title 49 CFR 387-319A. 366-2, form of designation. Designation will be made with the form BOC designation agent, motor carrier, the broker, or freight forwards. Only one complete with the current form may be in the file, but it must be included with all the state of which agent designation are required. One copy that must be retained with the carrier, broker, freight forward at its principal place of business. All motor carriers, brokers, and freight forwards are registered with the Federal Motor Carrier Safety September 30th, 2016. Must file with the form BOC the designation no later than April 14, 2017. All other motor carrier, breakers, broker, freight forwarders must file with the form BOC the 3 designation at the time of the application and registration for the designation in accordance with the paragraph will result in the deactivation of the carrier's U.S. dot number. Alright, 366-2T, form and designation. Designation shall be made with the form BOC-3 with the designation agent served with the process. Only one completed current with the form may be on the file that must include all the state of the agent designation are required. One copy must be retained with the carrier, broker, and principal place of the business. 366-3, eligible person. All persons as defined in Title 49 U.S. Standard Code 13102-18, designated process agent may reside and maintain in any office state in the state with which they are designated. The state official designated the evidence that his or her willing except the service of the process must be finished. Alright, 366-3T, eligible person. All persons should be defined in Title 49 U.S. Standard Code 13102-18, designated process agent reside, maintain office within the state which they are designated with the state official with the designated evidence that his or her willingness to accept the service of the process must be furnished. Alright, 366-4, required states. Every motor carrier except for the motor carrier operating exclusively in Alaska and Hawaii must be designated process for the agents for the 48 continues to stay with the District of Columbia unless its operating authority with the registration limited fewer than 48 states, and the D.C. motor carrier's operating authority registration limited to fewer than 48 states in D.C. must be designated process each of these states with which they are authorized to operate each state with the transverse during each of the such operations. Every motor carrier operation in the United States and with the course of the transportation between the point of the foreign country shall file the designation each of the state transverse. Each motor carrier maintaining a principal place for the business operating exclusively in Alaska or Hawaii must designate a process agent for the state whose operation is conducted. Brokers, every broker shall make the designation for each of the state, including D.C., which offices are located with the contractors will be written. Freight forward, every freight forward shall make the designation for each state, including D.C., in which of the offices are located and with the contracts will be written. Alright, 366-4T, required state motor carriers. Every motor carrier with property passengers shall make the designation each of the state with the authorized operator with each of the states transverse during such operation. Every motor carrier, including private carriers operating in the United States in the course of the transportation between points of the foreign country, shall file a designation for each state travel transverse. Brokers, each broker shall make a designation for each of the state which offices are located in contracts will be written. Alright, 366-5, blanket designation. Association with a corporation filed with the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration process state with the document employing agent, motor carrier, broker, freight forward, make the required designation using the following statement. The designated those persons' name in the list of the process agent filed with the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. By name of the association, corporation subsequently file revision thereof with the states which have the carrier may be authorized to operate and arrange the entry of the motor vehicle transportation, including the states transverse during such operation, except those states which are individual designated as named. 366-5, blanket designation. Association, corporation with the Federal Motor Carrier Safety list for the process agent. Each of the state of the motor carriers make the required designation. You have the following statement of these persons: name of the list for the process agent, Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, name of the association, corporation, any subsequent file with the revision thereof of the statement in which of the carriers are made authority to operate includes state transverse during operation except for the states which individual designations are named. 366-6, cancellation of change. Designation cancel change by only new designation motor carrier, broker, freight forward other process agent company filling the blanket designation in accordance with 366.5. However, the motor carrier broker, the freight under U.S. dot number and inactive with at least 1 year designation is no longer required, may be canceled without making any other designation. A change of the designation, such as the name and address, contact information, must report to the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration within 30 days of the change. Whenever the motor carrier, broker, freight forwarder changes the name and address, contact information must report and change with the process agent company making the blanket designation with the behalf of the accordance with 366.5 within 30 days of the change. Whenever the process agent company making the blanket designation on behalf of the broker, motor carrier, broker, or the freight forwarder terminates the contract federal relationship with the entity, they should report termination federal. They do keep the information up to date. Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration will withdraw their approval of the authority to make the process agent designation agencies. Alright, and 366.6.2, cancellation change in the designation, conceal the change, only new designation except without making any other designation. And this has been part 366. Your designation process agent.